So the great thing about Boots, we're in a really large Boots here in Westfield in West London. They have lots of really great salon grade brands. As in, follow me and I'll show you. So, Batiste, the original dry shampoo. This is what you would have found backstage at the runway shows before dry shampoo was ever a thing. Now, they've got a really big selection here, and I must say, I'm not very familiar with them all, but the prices are so good. $3.95 for your basic dry shampoo, leading up to $5.05. In fact, I would probably start with dry shampoo original, classic, fresh, see where that takes you. £3.60. It's so cheap. If you don't have a huge amount of budget, this is the place to start. One thing I do know about Batiste is Batiste can be quite a heavy dry shampoo. It's easy to overdo it. If that is the case, just use your hairdryer, put it on to cold and give it a waft. Lift the hair up and give it a waft, and that will help to ease out any excess dry shampoo out of your hair. So that's a really good way of making sure you don't overuse Batiste. In this area here we have Umberto Giannini, who unfortunately I don't think he's alive anymore, but he has a really great range of styling products. You've got curl jelly, you've got curl whip, curl foam. If you have curly hair, thirsty curls, this is a fantastic range for you to look at to see what would work for you. Remember, curls are all about hydration and about definition, and those are the two things you want to do. Down at the bottom here, it just shows, it pays for it on the bottom shelf. Bouclem is running across there, and just up here one level is only curls. They must have paid more because they're one up from the bottom. Only Curls and Bouclem are both seriously good brands when it comes to products that are designed for curly hair. So if you are a curly girl and you're looking for something to help make your curls look as beautiful as possible, I would suggest you try these. They're not cheap. You're looking at teens to low 20s per product, but I can vouch very much for Bouclem. And the products I particularly like in Bouclem are the Curl Cream, which is a leave-in conditioner, followed by Curl Defining Gel, which is more of a gelée. It's a soft gel, and the two together will condition and control curls really beautifully. Okay, so this is Arkive. And Arkive was created by a guy called Adam Reed, who's a very well-known hairdresser, a very talented man. And I've used a few of these products. We use, in the salon, we have used Prologue Hair Primer, which is a very nice prep product, very lightweight, has the most delicious smell. The Mastery Liquid Hairspray is also a very nice hairspray to use if you're about to tong your hair, so your hair is dry, and you want to just give it a spritz with something to give it hold and protection. But the Mastery Liquid Hairspray is a great way to really crunch it up and add some good hold. These are all new to me. So there is the Reset Dry Shampoo, excellent. Who doesn't like a dry shampoo? The Reset Limited Edition Dry Shampoo. I quite like this. It's got the rather sort of botanical look on the bottle. What is this? It's an ultra-fine dry shampoo. Could be worth a go. £8.79 down from £13.20. I'd say that's a really good price for a dry shampoo, if the dry shampoo is of good quality. Hair perfumes. I've just had a sniff through these. My favourite is this one, No One Elsie. Who's Elsie? This is the scent from his hair product, which I like so much. It's a nice one, No One Elsie. I'm looking for a particular product. Ah, here it is, Queen for a Day Thickening Spray. So I'm here with Bedhead, which is by, I think Bedhead was TG, which is Tony and Guy. That is the provenance. There is a product here that my colleagues talk about. I haven't used it yet, but I'm going to try this out. Queen for a Day Thickening Spray. This will give you every sort of thickness and hold you could ever want with your hair. I will do a demo of this product soon. Charles Worthington, wonderful hairdresser, really lovely guy. I know that when he created his first blow-dry spray, Goldie Hawn was such a convert that she took dozens of bottles back to Los Angeles with her. I've just been looking at the shelf here, and the product he has out now that matches this description is called Big Blow Dry Spray. I think I'm going to put this in my basket. This will be a good one for me to try out. So I'm still with Charles here. Charles Worthington has now got a range called Menoplex, which is for menopause. So this is interesting. There's a shampoo, conditioner, a replenishing mask, and a healthy scalp serum here. If you are struggling with a change in your hair due to menopause or perimenopause, and you want to give your hair some extra special care, I think it's always worth investing in a sequence of services to yourself. And what I mean by that is to really luxuriate in giving yourself a shampoo, condition, treatment, and then a scalp serum whereby you will take the time to look after your hair. Because the more you take time to look after yourself, the more your body feels it. And I think that finding some sort of ritual is important in life, because life is so noisy and busy and fractious. If you're struggling with menopausal hair, for example, think about creating a routine, a ritual for yourself that involves some sort of specialized product which is designed to help you. So we are over now in home hair color territory. My advice before I go anywhere with home hair colorants: if you want to cover grey, you can do it at home. If you want to gloss your hair and do something that's temporary but exciting, or temporary and enriching, do it. If you want to highlight your hair, go and see a professional. If you want to bleach your hair, go and see a professional. So, disclaimer aside, I'm going to start with Josh Wood. Josh Wood is a brilliant range of products. We have Instant Root Cover. This is a dry shampoo with brown colour to it. You spray it onto your parting, it covers up any white. Absolutely brilliant. You've probably heard me talk about it before. Josh also has a root smudge now, which comes in a variety of colours. This is very similar to Colour Wow, which is the original kind of hair colour compact. So, as you can see, it's a compact with a mirror. You have your hair makeup, I suppose, and then you have a two-sided brush, larger and a smaller brush, and this you can use for covering the grey, but also with the blonde. What's great is you can use the blonde to refill any highlights at the roots. So it's a really nice way to update your highlights temporarily. Josh also does a really nice range of glosses. There are a few here. You've got chocolate, champagne blonde, and icy blonde. Those are three of the basic colours. He also does caramel, and he does smoky brunette as well. And he also does really playful things like peach blush and icy pink and things like that. He's also just brought out a new product called Glossing Water, which is this. I've used this several times now. What you do is you spray it onto your washed and conditioned hair, leave it for a couple of minutes, give it another rinse, and you will find that you have this colourless gloss on your hair. It gives incredible shine. It's a wonderful way of masking over dry ends or hair that is perhaps heat damaged. Anything that's going to make the light reflect better on your hair is a winner. So I suggest trying Miracle Glossing Water by Josh Wood. Part of Josh's range that isn't necessarily specifically for colour is this Miracle Mask. Miracle Mask is a really hard-working mask that I think anybody's hair could benefit from. Not very expensive. It costs £21, which is quite expensive for Boots, but for a salon-grade product that really, really works deeply and penetrates well and makes a demonstrable difference to the condition of your hair, I think the Miracle Mask by Josh Wood is a really good investment. What's curling? The Heatless curling set. Do you remember rag rolling? This is something, if I just show you this, these are very, very soft tubes which are flexible, and you can basically roll your hair up into them, and then you have this little scrunchy thing, and you can just twist it around and secure it in. So this is a great way of setting your hair overnight. For example, if you've got long hair and you want to create a nice wave going through, you don't want to use heat, you can just literally wrap your hair around them, close it up, and you will have something by morning that will last you the whole day. I had a teacher at school called Mrs. Church who had incredibly fine hair to here. And Mrs. Church, if you're watching this, please know that I did notice that every Monday morning you would come in with freshly rag-rolled hair, and your hair was tight and curly, and little by little throughout the week I would notice it would just soften out and soften out. And I thought it was so effective, such a great way of adding great structure to very, very fine hair. Anybody who finds that if they use heat, it just doesn't last very well. If they use the Dyson Airwrap, it doesn't last. Your hair is fine, my hair just doesn't take anything. Consider rolling it up for the whole night and take it out in the morning and see what happens. I've got a feeling you'll find that you will get something from your hair that you don't expect. So this is interesting. This is a curl sculptor, and it's just basically a set of prongs. And this could be quite useful if you have very, very curly hair, and I think specifically if your hair is verging on afro curl. Something like this, if you just do that, I think this might be a good way of separating your curls when it's freshly washed. Yeah. I can too. Interesting. Oh, but look down here. Before the Tangle teaser came out, I had a client who used to use an old-fashioned Mason and Pearson brush to remove the tangles in her hair, and it was really effective. Now, Mason and Pearson brushes are very, very expensive. You'd buy them in arcades off Piccadilly and they would cost about £100, and beautiful brushes, but very expensive. But they were on this padded base, and the bristles had some give, so it meant that you could actually get tangles out of your hair effectively and kindly. And what happened was this wonderful guy called Sean took that idea, ran with it. He developed this particular kind of plastic that has exactly the same effect as the original Mason and Pearson, and he created a product which has now sold millions and millions and millions around the world. He brought detangling for fine hair to the masses. He did this incredible job of changing the way that we detangle hair. A really, really impressive brand, Tangle teaser. So I'm in the first row here at Boots, and here is all of the everyday ranges that you'll have heard of, from Pantene through to L'Oreal, LV, Head and Shoulders, that sort of thing. These are probably the best priced products. They are the most economical. I don't really use them because I work in a salon and we use salon grade products there. However, there is one product I want to draw your attention to. This is the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Reconstructor. This is a product I've used in the past, and it can have a dramatic effect on dryness in your hair. Buy it here in Boots and it's a third off, down to £3.66. £3.66. I mean, that's incredible. £3, I mean, how do they make it for that price, let alone sell it? My God, life is getting so expensive now. If you don't have the budget for expensive hair products, consider Aussie 3-Minute Miracle Reconstructor as a means of nourishing your hair as part of your campaign to keep your hair well conditioned, etc., etc.